Hello and welcome to Bridge the Gap. I'm Brian Smith, and today's guest is Mark Ritchie of Harbor Sky Imaging. Hello and welcome.
Hello there. How's it going, Brian?
Not too bad. How you doing?
Very well.
So, thank you for being on the show. This is awesome. I love talking to people that are supporting Operation Talk to Me, Johnny, and getting their story and just, expanding this net of people that can help people in need when they're in a mental health crisis.
Absolutely.
Now, tell me a little bit about your military career.
Well, I joined the military late in life. I was 36 when I joined back in 2009 and joined the Air Force as a AVN tech. I was first sent to BC. I was in the 443 Squadron, and I was there till 2013, and then joined 450 Squadron with the Chinooks when they rolled in. Yeah, and retired there in 2020.
Nice. Now, what were some of the jobs that an AVN tech would do in the Air Force?
Basically, I was mostly mechanical. So everything mechanical in the aircraft, whether it was the engines, the blades, the landing gear, transmissions, drive shafts, anything like that. Anything electrical, we gave it to the little glasses guys there and let them deal with it.
Always the rivalries and the trades.
No, they're the good guys.
And that's interesting. So how long did that training take to go through that pipeline? Because that sounds very extensive, of almost from nose to tail, wingtip to wingtip. There's going to be something in there that is part of your purview of your job.
For sure. So starting off in Borden, when I did my threes, I was there from, started the course, I think it was about February, and graduated in December. That was just to get the basics. And when I got to not Halifax, Victoria on the Sea King, I was shipped over to Halifax or Shearwater. And there I was there for, I think, about 4 or 5 months to do my type course on the Sea King. It was constant, it's constant learning. So even though you're finished your type course, you're still constantly learning, And then as soon as I got to Petawawa, I was sent to Delaware and did a type course for the Chinook, and that one was almost 6 months. I was there from November till March. I guess 5 months, yeah. Yeah, I was, and then I also did advanced engine training in Wichita, Kansas. I did a lot of weapons training in California. Yeah, it's quite. You're on the go quite a bit. You're on the road quite a bit as a AVN tech, especially if you're, they like you and stuff, and they want to, you're a workhorse. They'll put that to work.
Now, what was your favorite aircraft to work on?
By far, it was the Chinook. I call it the flying school bus. It was a little easier than the Sea King, a little bit more roomy to play with. A lot of things I could do. A lot of technology had improved by then. Obviously, you had an aircraft from the 60s, and this was Chinooks are from the 60s too, but this one is an updated one. It's brand new. It was from 2013 or 12, whenever they built that one, and it was a great workhorse and fast helicopter. Had a lot of fun flying in it.
Yeah, there is a fun thing about being in a helicopter. Now, what aircraft was like one of the worst ones to work on, just for difficulties of either how it was built or just the temperament of the environments that it was put into, that, it really showed the wear and tear?
For sure. So it didn't really show the wear and tear, but the Sea King for sure, by far, being on over the ocean, You're getting the salt air and the salt from the ocean. So they go out for a flight, they come back, and you'd have to give it a freshwater rinse right away because the blades would leave, they'd be black, and when they came back, they were white from all the salt. We would take LPS1, it's like WD-40 style thing, and we would spray pretty much the whole aircraft, wipe it right down. And, it was great because uh, it cost a lot of money, obviously, but the aircraft always looked new. No one could understand how we kept it so nice. And then there was a lot of spots right on the engine and stuff where you had to use one hand to do things like lock wiring and stuff, and you became a master of magic.
Now, that'd be crazy too. Like, it's one thing to be a mechanic on land where it's, unless you're in an earthquake, but to try and do some of those fine skills while you're dealing with the ocean. You can't pause the ocean. You can't do anything, but that job has to get done because that helicopter needs to be operational again. Like, that is crazy.
It is, for sure. And I never really got to experience that part of it. I was only there for 2 years, and then I left right away to go with the new Chinooks. I had the opportunity. I did miss. I probably would have been shipped out that summer on a ship because in the West Coast, as soon as you're deployed to a ship, you're with that same ship for 2 years. Whether they're going, to the Pacific Rim or Hawaii or wherever they were going, anytime that ship went, you went. But I know, like a lot of my friends there that worked on them, you'd be in certain sea states and they'd have to shut her down. It's just too deadly.
That's crazy at times. So, like, different military personnel in like the Navy or some of the Air Force, even Army stuff, but like some of the environments with like the sea and certain things and dealing with those environments and just how unforgiving it can be.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, have you ever been in, while flying and stuff, have you ever been in crazy storms or weather and stuff like that and had to deal with it?
Yeah, actually, we were going to, we were heading to Edmonton or yeah, we were heading to Edmonton, and we got into Edmonton, just the outskirts of it, and the snow was crazy. And I'm not going to say how far we were from a tower, and the pilot's like, no. And we were that close to Edmonton Airport, and it's like, or not Edmonton Airport, but 408 Squadron, and it's like, no, we're heading back, and we went to Saskatoon.
That's crazy. Yeah, some
Yeah,
of the got a buddy who's a pilot and stuff in the military, and yeah, he's up north. But yeah, like some of the like when he was talking about some of the training and some of like the thing, and you start out and it's all nice and fine and dandy, and all of a sudden, oh look, it's coming, and they plan for whatever, but like all of a sudden
yeah.
you're seeing it just this condition. So Mark, what got you into photography and drones?
So what got me into photography to begin with was, anytime my family, my wife and I, or any trips I did with the military, I love taking, photos, catching. It's telling your story, right? You always like want something to remember by, right? So, and the wife's like, "Oh man, you take really good photos." And this is just with an iPhone. And she's like, you should look into maybe taking photography. And I was like, okay. And my son, my youngest, or not my youngest son, but my middle son, he was really good at photography. He took it in high school, but he was his second year level 2 apprentice for a mechanic. And he's like, it's like, you wouldn't want to come with us, would you? And do the photography course or at the college? And he's like, yeah, I'd love to do that. It's like, well, we decided, we joined, or not joined. It's not the military, but we applied and we got accepted. And here we are 2 years later, graduating. Yeah, and then I got into the drone like probably back in 2017, 2016. I had a little drone, and I just was playing with my sons and having some fun. And back then, it wasn't really hugely regulated. And then got into the photography course, and we needed to get our drone license. And being ex-military Air Force, love rotary wing. I thought, yeah, this is fun. Let's do this. And one thing led to another. The instructor who taught us drones was like, you're really good at this. I don't even think you need to do this, but let's do it anyways. And he ended up hooking me up with a job, getting a contract with a company doing building the new residence at Lambton College here in Sarnia. And so I do monthly progress photos for them. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I just got a drone for my final term. I went into production, and adding that aerial aspect, especially doing some history videos, just opened it up, and showing people some of the areas and stuff and kind of how the history happened. Like, yeah, there's not that good, still learning. It's a huge, very big curve to learn how to do kind of that cinematic kind of photography with it, but
exactly,
it's so fun.
Oh, it is. It is. And then I'm not sure which editing program you use, but I use DaVinci Resolve, and yeah, it's great. What you can take a boring video of a building and turn it into some magic.
Yeah, I thought I'd be doing more on air and going for radio stuff, but my teacher, Dan, so awesome that I just fell in love with video editing and photography. And then kind of that just morphed into, well, I want to start learning how to use drones, because that's the next aspect of stuff. And then so started doing that. And it's amazing just what a drone can do for adding to a story.
Exactly. It's, yeah. I mean, I don't have the videography like you do, but I tell you, like, it's cool. I love it.
Yeah, and you get to explore things that you normally can't check out. Like, either you can't hike to that area, stuff like that. Throw up the drone, and be like, oh, that's cool. That a cave up there, something that I'm not a billy goat. I'm not getting up scaling up no hill that's sheer. So yeah, it really allows you just to explore and find areas in your own backyard that you didn't really understand before.
Oh yeah, and you take the trails and stuff, and it gets you out there, right? And you just throw the drone up, get it to follow you. Next thing you know, you got a little tourist video going on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's fun. So how did you start working with Operation Talk to Me, Johnny?
I started last summer. I found them on. I don't know if it was an Instagram post or a Facebook post. It was one or the other, and that they're going to be doing an event here in outside of Sarnia. And I started reading up on it, and I was like, oh, I got to contact this person and see if they need a photographer, and I'll volunteer. I'm ex-military. I want to help out as much as I can. And she was great, and she responded right away, like, yes. And I was like, perfect. And then, this year she contacted me again and wanted to, how much I would charge. And I'm like, no, we've been through enough. This is for a good cause. I am not going to take any money for this. If anything, I'll give some money towards this. Yeah.
Yeah, I found him last year too. Same kind of thing, Instagram, like, hey, I'd love to interview for a podcast. And then we yapped for like an hour and a half or whatever. And then there was a couple of school projects where I needed certain interviews with certain topics. And she was more than willing to give me her time for that. And then, I had to find another practicum, my second one for the program. And I just reached out, like, hey, Lisa, would you need any of this? Yes, please help. And it was like awesome. And I love doing this stuff. One, helping the veteran community, and it's just a great cause of, you want to give your time and stuff like that. I'm going to, even after this practicum's done, I mean, she's got me for whatever skills I can give to just
Yeah,
help boost
exactly.
and everything like that. Like, yeah, it's a very just powerful story. And I just love helping out.
It is great, and it's not just what's great about her and their organization. It's not just for military. It's like, even though we're military, ex-military, it's for all first responders. So I was there chatting it up with whether it was OPP officers or paramedics, and they all got the same story.
Hmm.
They all have a little bit of broken. You know, it just comes with the territory, right? I mean, I was not infantry. I was not, first line, but I'm still like, it's still put into you, like in the military. Like my son and I, we saw a head-on collision a couple of years ago on the way to Ottawa, or on the way back from Ottawa, and your first instinct is, you're right, get in there, right? Like, don't stop, go help the person out. That's your first instinct, and you can see that in the military, like with personnel. Like, it's just not the same with outside of the military community.
No, and it's because they haven't had to rely on each other. You go through basic, there is absolutely nothing you can do on your own. To get that perfect bed with those hospital corners, it takes a group of people tightening that down and squeezing that in there and getting that perfect. So, they throw that quarter on there, it's doing the response they want, right? Everything
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like, there's going to be the one person that can do boots. All right, you do my boots. I'm going to make sure your locker is squared away. And this person, that person, everyone finds their little skills and starts
That's
helping out
right.
within the section and the platoon, because you have to. If not, you're going to get punished. Or, hey, that weekend that you were told you might be getting, guess what you're going to be doing instead? A whole bunch of PT and, room inspections, and we're going to do drill, right? Like, there was
Oh
incentives
yeah.
to build that community because you had to.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's not a solo organization. And those
No.
people quickly get weeded out as being like, the blades. So it does build that bond where, even if it is Army, Navy, Air Force, there's still going to be those little jabs between, the different, and even with the trades and down to the regiments, and even within the platoons. Oh, yeah, that platoon over there, they suck. Yeah, right. Like, there's always
Oh
going to be
yeah.
that little bickering like siblings, but
Oh yeah.
sometimes you're stuck around each other longer than you are around other family members. And you're forced to be in those conditions for days, weeks, months. So get used to it.
Oh yeah. I know. Going to different squadrons, it was this. What can we take from this squadron? Bring back to our squadron.
Well, it's not stealing. We're just trying to replace something that one guy stole back in World War One.
Right? It's all good.
Yeah. So, what are some of your future goals that you have?
Um, honestly, um, I'm just taking this one day at a time. I'm just enjoying it. Future goals is, I'd like to set up my kids. If I can do something with this that it could go to them, that'd be great. But as far as myself, I'm okay. I don't need to work my butt off now to prove anything.
Yeah. And that's sometimes, you work hard early on, you get kind of that stuff set up, and you can kind of have a little bit more of that relaxed later in life. I mean, there's always the economy, the world, stuff that can get thrown around there. We're always like, well, that wasn't planned for in our retirement. So we're going to
Uh,
have to reshuffle this a little bit. But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, and sometimes that's just the best kind of attitude to have, because when you're like that, when opportunities come, you can find that one that fits you just right, and then go down that path. And then you find that there's even more opportunities that come from that when you're kind of more receptive to everything, because you're not chasing one thing in particular.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's I just now I'm just trying to get over what I went through and move on.
Yeah, exactly. And a drone is a great way to do that.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. And it fits our scripture, right? Like we're so well disciplined. So,
Yeah.
but it's a different world now.
Well, I started flying the drone, and I don't know about discipline because I made sure I had about 5 batteries within the first month because I'm like, okay, this isn't long enough. I need to fly longer, more, more, more. Perfect.
Yeah.
Now I've got everything I want. I'm content, but after you start flying it for that little bit, you're like, yeah, I just want to keep doing this more. This is so fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So, so Mark, where can people find you?
They can find me on Linked. They can find me on Facebook, and yeah, my website is harborskyimaging.com. It's HABOR Sky Imaging. I took out the U. Don't ask me why, but I did. But I like it. It's different, and you can find some of my videos on YouTube, but they're more just for me to upload to my website. I find it comes out better on YouTube than any other platform. Yeah.
Well, Mark, thank you for being on the show and helping Operation Talk to Me, Johnny.
Well, thank you, Brian. I enjoyed this, and it was nice meeting you.
It's nice meeting you too, and we'll keep up these conversations.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. I'm Brian Smith, and remember, get back up.